Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to be going through some things that will help you progress to doing your first pull-up. So before we start, I just want to make sure that make sure you're really nice and warm. Make sure you've done loads of exercises, especially like with the resistance band, to get nice and warm before doing any pull-ups. We don't want anybody getting injured. So the first exercise, what we are going to go through, is just simply hanging. Now this might sound really silly, but you need to improve your grip strength to be able to hang. Also, you need to make sure you're hanging properly. And as I will show you, what we don't want to do is just simply dead hang. What I mean is just arms completely locked out. You want your scaps engaged. So that's completely dead hanging. We don't want our ears to touch our shoulders. We want the shoulders engaged. So we don't want this, we want this. And simply just hold that for as long as you can. Maybe start off holding it for 10 seconds, building up to 30 seconds and doing reps of that. The second exercise, what we are going to do, is what you call scapular pulls. Now these are the initial stage of any pull-up. Once you do it enough, you will end up doing it subconsciously. I do it subconsciously. I don't think pull from my scaps first, I just do it naturally. So what we want to be aiming to do is pulling with these muscles here. Now these are the muscles what will help pull and initiate that initial movement, because if your arms are locked out, it's much harder to do the pull-ups. So getting strong at doing scapular pull-ups, it's a great warm-up for one, and also it's just really good for good posture and good kind of form throughout the pull-up. So hold on to the bar, and what you want to do is go from that locked position, and you want to pull and hold, and back down and back up, pulling those scapulars in, back down and back up. Start off with doing 5 to 10 reps. Once you get better at them, try and hold them at the top position for 5 to 10 seconds. Eventually build this up. Exercise number 3, we have eccentric pull-ups. Now our muscles get stronger when we train them eccentrically, because there's more force basically and more stress for them. So eccentric exercises gets you stronger. Okay. So what you're going to do, if you can, just jump to the top. If not, that's what I'm going to do. Saves me grabbing a chair. If not, grab a chair, grab a box, grab something to stand on, so that you start at the top. And then what I want you to do, very nice and slowly, just all the way down in as much control as you can. First, start off with just doing it nice and controlled, and then over time, build it up to see how slowly you can go down. Can you count to 5 on the way down? Can you build that up and go to 10? So I'm going to just jump, but from here you want to go nice and slowly in control down, like so. I'll show you again. Like I say, over time just build that up. If need be, you can use a resistance band to help you with these initially, and then use the resistance band less, and I promise you'll be able to do them. Okay, so next up what we're going to do is resisted or aided pull-ups. Now for this you can use a resistance band. Ideally you want a resistance band. You can use ropes or even just a chair just to help you. However, resistance bands are really good. Also, if you have thinner ones, you can layer them up to give you more resistance, which gives you more help. And eventually you can use thinner ones with less resistance, which in turn will obviously make it harder. So you will have to work a bit harder and hopefully get that pull-up. So what you want to do, I'll show you how to set it up too, is you just wrap it around the bar like so. Put your hand through the hole there, just thread it through like that. Give it a good tug and you are ready to go. Now another thing what you don't want to do, and I want to obviously hopefully not get you to do, is slap yourself in the face. So make sure you're holding on to it and make sure your foot is in it nice and firm and pressing down. I don't want anyone to get slapped in the face with a resistance band because I told you to do it. So what you want to do, 2 hands on the resistance band, just pull down until you can step in it. And then what you're going to do from there is, in a nice controlled manner and with good form, I want you to really pull from the shoulder. So nice and steady to the top and back down and back up and back down, like so. To get out again, hold on to the resistance band and bring your foot out. Don't get slapped in the face, we don't want that. Okay, so in this next bit of the video, I'm going to be going through some things you should consider when it comes to your pull-ups, but I'm also going to tell you what I think you should be thinking when you're doing a pull-up. So I've been doing them for about 15 years, so it's quite a subconscious movement for me personally, so this might not help you because it's not going to be the best advice. However, if your hands are a bit wider, really think about pulling from your lats. If your hands are a little bit closer, really think about pulling from your biceps and your anterior part of your shoulders. Okay, so moving on to things to consider when you are doing pull-ups. So think about well, firstly, what kind of pull-up bar do you have? So the width of the bar, so the thickness of the actual bar, will play a role in your pull-up. So if the bar is wider, it will be harder. Next thing to consider is your arm width. So I think a lot of people struggle with wider arms because it's less engaging of the rest of your back muscles. It's a lot more lat dominant, and they do tend to be harder. So think about training both wide and narrow, because it just trains all the different muscles and it will really complement your ability to get up to doing a pull-up. Next thing to consider when it comes to pull-ups is your strength to weight ratio. Now it's quite difficult to say in a politically correct term. Just basically think of it like gymnastics. The heavier you are, the more strength is required for you to do that pull-up. So even if you have excessive muscle tissue as well, or fat, it's going to be harder for you to get that pull-up. So like I say, trying to be politically correct, and I hope I don't offend anybody in this, but it is still possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. That's just something to consider. With regards to getting stronger to be able to do that, there are a lot of exercises you can do at a gym or even at home, even with a resistance band, to get you to doing a pull-up. I'll probably do that in another video for you, maybe when gyms open up as well. The next thing what I'm moving on to is, stay tuned for another video coming soon, and I will go through how to structure your pull-up training, whether that be you're building up to your first pull-up or I might do a more advanced one, and different ways you can set about doing pull-up sessions if you've got a pull-up bar at home. Pull-up bars you can buy on Amazon, you can buy online, they're quite available now, and yeah, obviously most gyms have them. So yeah, I hope you have found this video useful. If you have, give it a like and please subscribe, especially if you want to keep watching, get notified when I bring out my video on how to structure your sessions. Until then, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye!